everyone. Voice of Light can throw them all backwards. Yasuo can jump on top. The answer is going to be that Silas, as Viper has it nothing doing really, and Dragon Rage is picked up by Chovy because I feel like he wants it for a potential roam play. Peanut moving down, last breath, onto Viper who takes the lantern, but it's in the wrong direction as Ruler's now in trouble. Oh, Viper, he whiffs the ultimate, and now Ruler's trying to chase after him. The Q gonna land, but it's gonna be onto Tarzan as he's going to live. Viper's okay, and the kill actually comes down for Tarzan. World Ender's in there. He's got the full life bar, but is actually going to head back home as Chovy in a bit of a kerfuffle with Fly, but it's going to continue on the bottom side of the map. Tarzan survives! Flash has to be used, and the Infernal Chain's not going to register.
And Peanut was just soloing down the Drake as bot lane.
All right, we got another double play coming back here, but a lot of damage now onto Viper. Finally gets cut down by the Lee Sin as the knockup comes forward. Sword has to complete the teleport, of course, and now Roach could be in trouble. Tarzan chasing after him. Chovy trying to get on in here, doesn't get knocked up as there's the Abscond to get right into this fight right now, and thankfully does have that aftershock to keep him alive. Life is going to give up his own life just to save the rest.
The reason why Griffin re-engaged 4v5 was a lot of ults were used for one kill. The full commitment from Gen G meant that after the play was over, whatever fallback objectives were kind of free. Griffin continued to rotate, and Fly still caught under his own turret.
Well, Chovy not actually going to pick up any aggro here, and he's super healthy with his
Oh
my god! I think Fly was there a moment ago as there's the kickback. Ruler finds the ultimate, but the flash is going to get Tarzan. Has worked far better than we could have possibly imagined here in the mid lane against the Dragon. 0-0-2, 650
engaged team, but then Viper's flashing just to get a single kill because they have no more chase. You want to see some flexing? Look at that mid lane CS. That's insane lead. Speaking of mid laners.
Yeah, Voice of Light is going to come in here for Chovy. Can throw it down onto Fly if he wants. He's already used the flash though, and he's just crushed by Tarzan. Chovy so happy to tank up this turret for so incredibly long, and Griffin take down the outer so easily.
Finally a top lane.
They lose the game, and it was almost always true, and Griffin's making us feel the same way as Chovy. Has to flash to get out of the way of Roach's ultimate, but now he's continuing this fight as Tarzan diving forward. Infernal Chains means that the ASOL is going to go down, and Chovy grabs that kill, and now Life. Nice double knockup.
Well scouted by Griffin, and now, damned if you do, damned if you don't, they have a full engaged team, and they're getting split pushed, and they're losing Baron.
Yep, it's a 4v4 here around the Baron pit, and in the meantime, Sword's just on the bottom side of the map with a teleport available, knocking on the front door. Griffin not wanting to actually go for this one, but they're just keeping Gen G busy. I feel like they may as well as Life. Gonna get the headbutt back onto Tarzan, but Tarzan just straight up doesn't care. World Ender not available just yet, as Chovy does have that unbreakable will as Peanut dives into the back line. Can he actually get the work done as Viper is into his Zhonya's, but he's not gonna last for too much longer. Double kill now for the Yasuo as the knockup comes in. Chovy extraordinarily healthy as oh my god! What is this damage potential? And he's not taking any of it. The Kingslayer gave him almost his whole health bar back as Sword just kills Fly underneath his own turret. It's one of those in the meantime stories, and Chovy ain't finished yet. He's going to get rid of the Urgot. It looked like it was the best possible scenario for Gen G. Ruler almost popping off, but he doesn't.
And we got to see the scientific experimentation you asked. All right.
Into that.
I don't think Griffin should be allowed to double. You're saying, let's just run it Baron. We got a team fight comp. This is the closest we're going to get to a team fight.
Oh, Chovy has a kick available. Look at them all lined up. Throws in the Q. Can he actually get this work done as Tarzan jumps on over? That's going to be the solo ultimate out from Ruler, but can they actually get it? Oh, Chovy with so much health back into the grinder now, as that's a three-man fear coming in for Roach, but they are looking to try
and take the turn fight even with lower health bars, because we're never going to get anything else resembling a 5v5 team fight, and our comp doesn't
take that one down. As Tarzan, another Infernal Chain lands, as it's another ultimate from the Alistair picked up here from Chovy, and he's going for the initiation. Wants to find some extra knockups now as Life's going to get the headbutt back in, but Chovy has the Unbreakable Will, and it's both of the Unbreakable Wills just trying to tank up, and Chovy's is so much better. Miasma is flashed into, and now Ruler's trying to kite this one back, but it's just not going to work. The Aurelian Soul once again going to go down second. It's a triple kill coming in for Sword as Chovy's found Peanut once more. Flashes over, but Blast Cone is going to keep the Lee Sin alive. Shock Blast, Sword's hunting for it. Can he find it? They're going
look
to be
for
able
the
to
win
get,
anyway,
yeah, they're going
Atlas.
to jump in through the bottom side of the map, and it looks like Super Creeps, as they prepared earlier, will be able to finish this game.
That'll be the game ender. In the replay, you'll see that there was actually a big disagreement, a mistake from Gen G in that fight that cost them a lot. It's not going to matter. Griffin win when they need to. They needed to win before the Yasuo was truly online. Turns out they get there, but perhaps for sure. But he wants to bail out, get out as fast as possible, and push in LeBlanc. And you know what? Best of luck to him.
Yeah, I mean, it does go down, as now Roach could be in trouble.
Oh, Lehens is here.
Yep, Lehens going to come up. There's going to be the pulverize, and they really do need their Urgot to make his way down. But Tarzan already doing so much damage. Special delivery, and Sword grabs this one. This Peanut's going to get the consolation prize. But getting a consolation prize with this composition is just not good enough. Yep, and he's got a flash. He's going to be able to get the Chilling Smite, and once the flash is down, it's all too easy. The ultimate to start it up, Disdain to go into it. There's so much CC in that game.
He starts walking down. He doesn't really have the vision to make a play. There's no turret dive available, so he just kind of mills around mid lane and returns to it. Speaking of evolving, we're trying to evolve a fight here by Gen G.
Yeah, and also evolve into a second Cloud Drake here as the teleport is going to come down from Sword. Finds his way in as, oh god, Peanut in a whole host of trouble. Can't take the Lantern, but he can take the Fear Beyond Death, and that's so many feared up, as Sword in the backline is going to do so much work. But Fly able to get a lot of work done, and the Ezreal to go down is a huge deal. Lehens flashing forward, grabs the Thresh, but look at Ruler, he's still alive, and only really has Chovy to contend with. Griffin, they still want it though. The flash forward, Roach is going to be in trouble as Ruler is the one that they need to watch out for. Chovy flashes forward, not going to get too much more, but finally the Aurelion Soul goes down, and Roach cannot find another way into this fight. Lehens is so far away from this team as the Empowered Shock Blast gets rid of Chovy's clone, who dives forward, finds that Q, and now Tarzan comes in. The Disdain comes down, and it's a double kill.
Jungler 5 levels above the Thresh. Sword walks up. They take down the mid lane turret, but not. Gold lead now. You already alluded to a couple of times.
Yeah, because Gen G haven't had enough money in order to do so, and that means Roach is just going to get impaled and destroyed. Doesn't actually have to, because Fear Beyond Death is going to be enough. And oh man, when it's not even, oh god, Viper's in trouble. Flash forward, last auto is going to do it. Ezreal looking busted in the hands
from Ruler. That means he goes down. Gen G have lost this map completely. We already knew that would be bad. Maybe they'll get a kill here.
Nice hook in to come down there as Tarzan wants to get his flash in position. Not going to find it. Voice of Light does finish off the Skarner, as Griffin will ignore that fact and just move on to this inner turret. Feels like the Skarner's done his job by falling just there.
This should be the end of the record-breaking first round robin for Griffin. They're too far ahead now. It's 10,000 gold at 22 minutes.
Hey, the GLP does have flash, so flash headbutt pole certainly an option here onto Ruler, but Supercharging is going to get him out of the way. As, oh, there's the Turbo Skarner into the back line. Too many flashes coming in here as Impale is going to be used onto life. He's destroyed before he can do anything. Chains miss in the back line there from Chovy, but Ruler not going to be so lucky. It's another big one coming in from the Fear Beyond Death, and Peanut dies basically as an afterthought, and now Fly, Voice of Light just yelling to the heavens, to no one. And
too good for Gen G on this day, as they continue that march to the best ever round robin score of 18-1. Well, sometimes he can run away with it. And can you ask for too much more from your top laner? Yeah. He gets outclassed in very fringe situations, and he's gotten better at surviving through bad matchups. He has pop-off games as well. A lot to like about all 5 members of Griffin. A lot to like about this game. We're just waiting to see which way they end game number 2.
Yep, and what the KDAs are going to look like towards the end, as well as Chovy just explodes life. See you later, mate. It's just a very dead Thresh. Doesn't have a lot of counterplay options to that one, and now it's going to mean the inhibitor on the bottom side going to fall. Mid lane inhibitor turret also going to follow, but Griffin just going to follow minions towards this one. Look at all the cannons just lining up to get rid of these Nexus turrets. Griffin want to get the 18-1 split on the first round robin as Chovy wants to get rid of Fly. He's been annoying on this dragon as Tarzan turboing towards them, and within the timing of the Impale, the Xin Zhao is going to die. Fear Beyond Death finishes him up, and Sword needs so much respect given to him. Chovy darting forward, darting back. That's a big 2-man pulverize. His life is just dead as an afterthought once again, and Lehens has his ultimate to keep him alive through almost everything. Fly on his fountain is not going to survive, as the Nexus, I felt like, fell in 1 or 2 hits.
We spent an entire round robin in 2019 being front row to the Griffin show. They have now won 9 best of 3s. in the LCK. They didn't do any losing
Nope.
in the Kesper Cup either. No one has defeated them in a series, and only Sandbox has taken a single game since the famous scrims that they were winning at the World Championship. They've cemented that whisper into shouting. Everyone is shouting about Team Griffin, and with good reason. No one has been able to run them close apart from Sandbox, and even then, for 2 out of 3 games, Griffin looked on another level. They'll go for a bow. They're still enjoying their time on the Rift, and every time you take to the Rift against them, you learn about a new combo. Suddenly, Urgot and Skarner is their new combo, because those wombo combos of ultimates were a treat to watch.
Yeah, the Fear Beyond Scorpion seems to be the combo here for Griffin, but I feel like everyone...
They had a roster they felt
Yeah,
good
that's
about.
the boy.
Kesper Cup has worked so much against Gen G, because they were like, well, we were the second best team. And then now, they're so far beyond the pace, they've made no roster changes, and where is the light at the end of the tunnel for Gen G? It's going to have to be through their play, as the MVP streak does finally end on the side of Griffin.
Yep, it ends for Chovy, but Sword's going to be able to pick up his second, and well-deserved here in this game. It was the Sword show, proving that the Urgot is still indeed extremely powerful, and in the right hands can take over a game almost by himself. I mean, Chovy still had an impressive game, but I mean, he misses a chain over there. He dodges the Voice of Light up here, but you can see in the front line, Sword's just purging down everyone, and it's lights out for Gen G towards the end. The way they played it out, though, in the earlier stages of the game, with Tarzan setting up for that kill, with Lehens roaming in at exactly the right time, Griffin just have so many of these plans that start off the game on the right foot for them, and then they close them out.
And it's just better than expected. And it's already the best team we have, one of the best teams in the world, and yet you watch the play and you're watching the Alston, like, how does this work? And like, oh, I see. It's even better when you watch it happen in front of you.
Well, now we get 2 people in the interview as well, so let's throw it over to G-Sun to talk with Chovy and Sword. And CDMax.
네, 심해 감독님은 이번 LCK 스프링 이 자리에 처음 서시는데요. 팬분들께 한 말씀 부탁드립니다.
여기 서니까 좋네요.
It's good to be here.
오늘 전승으로 가져가면서 감격스러우실 것 같아요.
So,
오늘 승리
Griffin
소감은
finished first
어떠신가요?
round undefeated. How do you feel about that?
오늘 승리 이제 저희가 연습 그 짜운대로 돼서
Well, about today's victory, I think the game went as we did in the practice games. I was feeling really comfortable and it was really nice. Chovy, you played Silas, stealing all the ultimates and showing great performance. How was today's game and how did you prepare Silas?
사일러스가 상대 궁극기가
Well, Silas,
좋은 게 있고 라인전도
when the opponent composition has great ultimates, and also in a situation where you don't lose in the laning phase, I'm able to go with Silas. Then is it a good champion against Aurelion Sol?
한 4개월 만에 만난 것 같아서
Well, I actually faced him for like 4 months, so I had no experience about it, but I just went with Silas. So CV Max, how was Chovy's Silas today?
사이러스 초비 선수가 이제 조금 연습을
Well, Silas,
했었는데
Chovy practiced it
되게
for quite a lot of games.
픽 딱 나오면 잘 쓸 자신
So,
있었어요.
if it's not a blind pick, he was quite confident, so today was the right timing for it. Chovy told me that he is feeling a bit confident, so I allowed him to play, and he did perform well in game. So let's check out this highlight here. You stole Alistair's ultimate here, and you also put the team fight.
이때 알리스타 공을 일단 뺐으면 좋았을
So
것
I
같고요.
stole his ultimate from live,
이제 들어가서
It's a really good ulti still.
그냥 저 혼자 끝까지
and
그냥
I just
들어가서
went all in because I knew that I won't die there, so I just kept going in. Then was that you that made the call to open team fight, or so what was going on over there?
올렸던 것 같아요.
So at first I stole the ultimate and then I opened team fight. Then moving on to game 2, Sword. It was an amazing game. 9 kills and 4 assists. How was your play on Urgot today? I want to give all the credit to our junglers and also the bot laner because Tarzan was paying attention to the top lane a lot. So our bot laners were doing so well in the down there even without junglers. So I think I just did the play that naturally a person has to do in the soul lane when jungler sees you a lot. Game 2 and game 1 was also Jace versus Urgot, but you were always in a priority in both champions. Well, actually, it's a matter of ganks and not dying in the lane. I think maybe Urgot is a little bit in a lead, but overall, I think I've avoided ganks a lot and I did quite well.
네, 맞습니다. 소수 선수의 경기력이 빛났던 특히 2세트였습니다. 감독님 2세트에서
CV Max.
스카너가 나왔단 말이에요.
Skarner
어떤
popped up.
계기로 준비하신 픽인가요?
이것도 승용 타장 선수가
So this is also a Tarzan
저번에 한번 적으로 상대했잖아요.
practice. I mean, he
되게 좋아 보인다.
faced
네, 그래서
Skarner in the previous
자기
game
연습해봐야겠다
from
하고
an opponent team, so he thought he was quite viable, so he practiced it, and today was the right situation, and we played it today.
그리핀은 언제나 좋은 모습 보여주니까요. 오늘 특히 또 1세트, 2세트 포탑
Game
하나도
1 and
내주지
2.
않았습니다. 그 어느
None of your
때보다
turrets were
뭔가
going
빨리
down,
끝났다는 느낌이 드는데요.
and game was quite,
오늘만큼은
and
정말 승리에
game
대한
was
열망이 더 강하게
really quick in time.
느껴지셨던 건가요?
Does that kind of reflect the will to just
어,
end
저는
the
사실 근데
first round in a
그
perfect
뭐
score?
KDA나 뭐 연승을 몇 연승하고 있거나 이런 외부적
To be honest,
요소를 별로 그렇게 진짜
we're
신경
not
안
really
써요.
interested or paying attention
뭐
to
일라운드
the
마무리하는
factors
상황보다
outside the game like KDAs or the winning streaks.
해서 이기자. 그런
The only
생각으로
mindset in mind today was let's just win against Genji and do the best performance we can.
네, 그리핀은 그 어떤 경기
Griffin.
기록보다는 한 경기 한 경기 승리에 더
I guess you
집중을
guys are
하시는
focusing
모습인
one
것
game
같습니다.
at a time.
초비 선수 이런
The
얘기가 좀
Chovy.
많아요.
There are a lot of
점점
comments
프로스들이
that
늘고 있다.
saying that you are getting good at
혹시
interviews.
코치를 많이 해주시나요?
Does CV Max give you any advice?
일단 저 인터뷰한 거는 뭐
Well, my
코칭
interviews,
같은 건 일단 아무도
no
안
one
해주는
coaches me.
편이고요.
Not really.
많이 하다 보니까 늘어난 거.
I think I'm just
네, 이제는
getting good at it by having a lot of experience.
아직
Do you feel
완전
comfortable in front of the camera?
어색하지 않다고 할 수 없는 것 같아요.
Not
네,
100%,
알겠습니다.
not yet.
앞으로 조금 더 편해지시길 바랄게요. 자, 감독님 이제
CV
2라운드
Max.
남았습니다. 어떻게 준비하실
We're gonna be
계획이세요?
starting a second round robin soon. How are we gonna prepare for it?
저희가 작년에는
Last year,
1라운드 성적
well,
2라운드를 잘
We were a bit shaky in the second round, so
토대로 경험 삼아서
based on that experience, we're gonna concentrate harder and we're gonna make sure to be consistent in the second round robin. And lastly,
되게 좀 다 결합돼 있어요. 사실
I think
하나가
we are so solid as a unit right now, all the 5 players.
중요한 말이고
I mean, that's the most important thing as
누가
a
받아도 이상하지 않다.
team, so I think every player deserves MVP.
받은 사람이 나간 총알인 거죠. 근데
It's
총알이
the,
나가려면
I wanna call it
나갔어요. 화약이
The MVP players has a bullets, but you know, you need a whole gun to be a gun, you know?
MVP 못 받은 다른
So I just want to say
MVP를 받지 못하고 뒤에 있는
all the 4 members or 3 members behind the scene, you know, not being the MVP. I just want the fans to also give some attention and love and support for the other players as well. The sword. Then do you have any message for the 3 players waiting for you guys?
비록 탑플러지만 형이 받았다고 기분 나빠하지
Even
말고.
though I'm a top laner, don't feel bad about
엄청 잘해줬으니까
me picking the MVP, and I know that you guys are being so well and doing so well, so I'm having trust on you. Just keep your play going. So lastly, Chovy, how are you gonna prepare second round?
라운드는 지금까지 해왔던 대로
Just as we did.
경기력이 끌어올리는 게 최우선이고.
Well,
항상
first of all, we have to
경기
just
있을 때마다 준비
make sure to play
잘해서
up to our full
경기
potential,
마무리하면
and we have to
될것 같아요.
we're gonna prepare one game at a time to win every match. So we'll be looking forward to see even better performance and teamwork from Griffin. So this will be the end of the interview with Chovy, Sword, and CV Max from Griffin, and I'm gonna pass it back to our casters. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ji-Sun.